Hello, hello. Good night.
Hi, good evening.
Oh, good
What?
evening.
Good evening. Welcome, darling. Okay, so you came up here when Fat Man Scoop was up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you warm me up, Ashley? Can we ask how I'm doing? How was your day? How was your day? You look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. I appreciate that.
You
Yes.
always look so well moisturized. I asked you what was your moisturizer.
So, wait, what is your name again?
Um,
Please forgive me, because I always see Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
yeah,
Please
I like
forgive
that.
me.
We can go by that. I like that.
But that's not your name.
You're right. Okay.
I
My
want
name
to
is
address you by your name. That's what I'm saying.
okay. You're totally right. My name is Billy J.
Billy J.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Billy J. Welcome up. How are you feeling today, Billy J?
I am feeling well. I had a very great day. I worked from home today, which is awesome. And I went
Oh,
to the gym after, so
oh,
I got real active, so that's great. So I'm feeling up. I'm feeling positive. How are you feeling?
blessed. I can't complain.
Amen. You look blessed.
Thank you, darling.
Always. Always looks so beautiful every single time I click on your live.
Thank you, beauty. Thank you. All right. Is it okay if I ask you questions now? Is it okay? Is it appropriate?
Of course. This is your show. I am just a mere passerby.
Okay, because I was trying to ask in the beginning. You said, Ashley, hold on now.
Well, like I don't like
Tell me how you're doing. How's the
right.
weather? How's
Yeah,
the pleasantries first?
yes. I like a little warm up. You can't just turn the oven on. You gotta just preheat me.
Okay. Warm you up. Okay, I think we at 350. Ding, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So you did come up here, I want to say almost 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Fat Man Scoop did come up as a guest. And
Mhm.
that clip did go viral on Instagram.
Unfortunately.
Is saying to a man, I need to know the exact amount of money you make per year. She is saying this while wearing a sheen dress that looks terrible. When they asked her what she do for a living, she said 13,000 things to make $32,000.
And also, we can't really talk about clothes because I'm not gonna lie, no tea, no shade. You look like a construction worker right now, so we can't talk about what she's wearing.
We gotta be
No.
respectful. Let's go.
I wanted to deal with that. That's fine.
But let's, if
No.
we're gonna call a spade a spade,
Hold
let's
on.
just.
Hold on. With all due respect, I wear what I want to wear. What I do for a living, where I go, how much money I make, I'm not at that place where I got to prove nothing to nobody. The reason that I made that statement is because it was the audacity. If you want to talk about providing, what are you bringing to the table?
Is this a monologue? I just want to know. I ate them up.
How you eat me? How did you eat me up?
Yeah. So, how are you feeling, and do you want to clear the air about anything?
Um, I mean, not so much clear the air. I felt as though a lot of times black women are perceived in a particular way because we just happen to be black. If someone else had came up and said those statements or asked those questions, I don't think they would have been as ridiculed as I was. Granted, I think Fat Man Scoop, he is well respected in the community for all the producer work and in the industry and everything. But I do think that he was seeing a lot of stuff and it wasn't all it wasn't cohesive. So when I came up, I did pose a question. I can't remember verbatim what I said, but I said something to the extent of, do you feel like love is enough to fulfill a relationship? Because he was saying so much other things outside of that. He was saying girls need to get their body done. If they want to attract a wealthy man, they need to make sure they're kept up. And I agree with all those things as well. But his message was very it was blurry, and I didn't know exactly what he was trying to portray to the people. So
And let me say this out of fairness, Billy, there was another, African American girl who came up after you, and she asked him questions as well. and they spoke. They didn't get into it, so I can't say it's a black woman thing. In this case,
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
say it's because we're black. I don't think that's fair to say.
Right.
I do remember him referencing or mentioning he heard a story about a young lady who said she wanted a rich man, but she was she in or something to that manner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said, "How dare you talk about her? And you look like a construction worker."
I know that tickled you. I know you wanted to. I know that tickled you. You say what
And
you
I'm
want, but
just like, hold on, this can't be the same Billie Jean that was up here 2 weeks ago asking about her comedian boyfriend.
yes, it was. It was. I do want to respond to a couple of things you said. So there was a black woman that did come up here, and she was a younger black woman, and that's no slight because obviously young people can have questions about love and everything like that. But she was not opposing his views. So I feel like when somebody comes up here and they challenge what you're saying or they're opposing your view, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, the person is already preparing themselves to be defensive. And I feel like that was the case with Fat Man Scoop. He was already preparing himself to be defensive to my question because I was opposing his view. That other young woman that came up here, she was asking for advice about how to maneuver in a relationship. And he gave her the advice, which I felt like was very.
But my thing is, he didn't attack you. He didn't attack your look. He didn't attack the way you dress. He was speaking about someone else.
Exactly. And
So,
yeah, and I'll tell you what that was about. I believe sometimes
and he
it
didn't say
was
whether this girl was black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
no,
He
he did
didn't
not.
even
He
mention
did
her
not.
race. So he
He
just
did
said
not.
a woman. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it wasn't about her being a black woman or her being a Puerto Rican or anything of the sort. It was the fact of he was judging this woman by what she had on, based off. He was judging her by her standards of what she wanted in a man and what she required, based off of what she had on. So he was already saying, "How are you looking for a high value man when you're wearing low value clothes?" But a woman is not what she wears, right? A woman's value is not in what she wears. A woman can have value and desire things in a partner without her being ridiculed for herself because those are her standards. So I felt as though when he was saying that, while not being presentable to somebody that would want a high value man himself, I basically what I did was I shined the mirror back on him. And that was what you heard when I said, "Oh, it's so crazy that you're talking about her wearing Shein when you look like a construction worker." So I
Yeah,
shined the
but
mirror back on him to see
I
how
think
he
you
would feel
I
about
think
that.
you could have said it in a different way, right? Because two, I think black women are perceived in a certain light, in a certain way. There's a stereotype about us. So I always think it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and it's your tone. So you can still have posed that question without even being like combative or rude, or even if he's bringing that energy, we don't have to mirror it, is what I'm saying.
But sometimes we do. I feel like so often we try to tone police black women and we try to say because there's a stigma, and because there's a stereotype that we now have to fit ourselves into a cookie cutter idea of what is palatable and what is respectable. And my thing is, I do not like to get clumped up in respectability politics. I want to
Well,
be who
why? You
I
are
am.
articulating yourself very well right now. The
Thank you
way you
very
are
much.
speaking right now, you could have spoken to him in
And
the
I did.
same manner.
I do believe I spoke to him exactly like this, but
No,
my
babe.
words were probably insulting and offensive to him, but I'm speaking just the way I was speaking as I am right now.
I beg to differ, but okay.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'll say this. I wanted you to come up because that clip is going viral. And I just wanted you, just in case you wanted to say anything, get anything off your chest, probably clear the air a little bit. I wanted you to come up and just say your piece if you want.
I mean, well, I appreciate you actually for letting me come up
All
and
right.
say my piece. You are so respected, and you hold yourself to a certain standard and a certain caliber of what you desire, and well, not what you desire for women to be and how to perceive themselves and how to hold themselves. And I really respect you for that. Truly, truly. But I don't have any desire to clear anything up. I do think that I found this live because I needed advice from you. I found this live because you provided a space for me to talk freely and for me to get that advice and to seek your counsel. So I really do appreciate that. But I felt as though during that live, you were kind of like not um not standing in what you preach about about and what you preach to women. And maybe that's bias from for me to say, because I've only seen you a few times. So I think had I been an avid follower, I would have had more background. But when I came up here, I shared something with you, and you said, "No, you do not build because that's Barbara." She said, "You told me straight. You said your name is Billy, not Barbara."
Hello?
And I received it. I received that from you.
Absolutely. But where on a live did I agree with Fat Man Scoop that a woman should build with a man? What part of the live did I say, you know what, Fat Man? Guess what? You're absolutely right. You should build, a woman should come in and build with you. If I have someone on my live as a guest, I'm just being open. And that's a
Right.
part of growing. That's a part of being open-minded. That's a part of educating yourself. Even if you don't agree with someone else's point of view, in order for you to grow in any area of your life, you have to be open to all perspectives.
Correct. I agree with
Does
you.
that
I
make sense?
completely agree. I don't think that you were agreeing with him, because I think where you stand and where Fat Man Scoop stands is two different sides of the spectrum. But
But there, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't agree with anything he said,
no, no,
because
no. Of
there
course
are
not.
things that I did agree with. There were things I maybe, you know what, that's not my cup of tea.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't say you agreed, but I'm saying the stance that you take when I come into your lives and I see you, educating the women about what their boundaries should be, how they what their desires are, how their standards are, and how they should carry themselves. I think he was saying a lot of stuff about building with a woman, like being able to build with a woman or being able to love a man for his heart. And I don't think you agreed with any of that, but I think I would have wanted to see you kind of push the narrative that you normally push on here without having the guests.
And
So
let
I
me also say this. You said at the very end, the way women carry themselves. That's what you said before I go into the second part. So how did you carry yourself as a woman
I think
when
I
you were
carried
speaking
myself
to him?
exactly how I portray myself to be. I think I carried myself exact. Maybe it may not have been suitable to how you carry yourself, but for me, I carried myself exactly how I portray myself to be, and that's outspoken, that's opinionated, and that is.
Yeah, but you can be outspoken and opinionated and still be respectful.
I do think I was very respectful. Now we have opposing views there, so that's something that I wouldn't want to, mince words with, because we do have opposing views on what you thought it was respectful and what I thought was respectful.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
I still support you 100%, and I still would be in this live, and I still would come up all the time to ask questions and to seek your counsel.
All right, darling. Thank you, Billie Jean, Billy J, for coming up, beauty. Have a good
Good
night,
night,
okay?
Ashley.
Bye, darling. Gemini.
Oh, I gotta connect the camera.
Yes,
I'm scared.
don't be. We don't bite unless you want us to.
All right, there we go.
Oh, hello, beauty. Come on, hair and makeup. She said, give me 10 minutes, Ash.
I
Whatever.
always watch your lives. I love listening to the advice you give. I really do.
Thank you. Let me start by saying this. You don't look like what you're going through. Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, like I said in the comments, I don't think I should cuss on here, right?
No, yes, please, no.
Probably not. Okay. I cuss a lot. So the situation I'm in is dragged out super long, super wrong on both sides of my relationship, but I'm the one now finally that's in the wrong. I've been with my kid's father for 5 years. We were best friends for the last 10, known each other for 15 years. So like we're solid, you know? I don't have no doubt about that. But however, he's done me wrong a lot in the past. He's never cheated, you know, but it's a lot of physical pain. So I get past it. We like to drink, mind you, okay? So I've always chalked it up to that, you know, like we're both good people, but we do have a problem with drinking, whatever may have you. But I'm the one that actually made a mistake this time. And I feel terrible, like I do. I didn't cheat, but it was just like I crossed the line of disrespect. And I feel terrible. And it's like I can't get no good advice from the people around me because they're either like, well, what are you even trying for type shit? Like, you guys been through so many things, like, just let them go. Or, damn, you really fucked up. Like, you did. And you crossed the line of disrespect that it's gonna hurt any man's ego. Just let it go. I'm just stuck in a place where he wants to stay, he loves me, we have kids, and I don't know how to be the person in the wrong. Like, I've been wronged by so many men, and I've been wronged by him, but I don't know how to be the person in the wrong. I don't know how to accept when he's coming at me in his feelings and hurt, but yet all I can process is like the amount of times that you've put me through the ringer, the amount of times that you've hurt me, but yet I always forgave you and you can't seem to do the same. So I get super defensive and it sucks. I don't want to be this way, but it's like it's just my first thing.
What is your intuition telling you should do, though?
I mean, to continue to see it through and just
No. Like deep down inside, deep down, that's what your intuition is telling you, that you should keep this going.
oh no, 100%. And that's the thing is yeah, no. And that's why I said I can't even get in to the past because anyone in their right mind would be like, why are you even here still? But it's not a matter of it being that chaotic and that messed up because like I said, we have such a big history and it's not traumatizing and chaotic through and through. No, it's really not. But from my point of view, I feel like, no, we're good. It takes a lot of growing together from where we started and where we're at now to, okay, well, I've seen that since we went all through the shit that he put me through, he has changed. Well, if he's changed, then that's good, right? Now, I fucked up and made a poor decision. So he should be able to see that through, and we should be able to move through it to a point where we're good, where we've matured enough to the point where we're not making those decisions. We're not doing all the dumb extra stuff.
But I think men don't forgive in the same way that women do. They don't.
And that's the thing I'm struggling with, honestly.
Yeah.
I really think that's what it is.
We have a more like nurturing maternal part of us that kind of softens us in a way that they don't kind of have. So it's like once you cross that line or you hurt them, it's kind of hard to go back. Even if he did it to you 100 times and you did it 5 out of 100,
Yeah.
still an issue. And one thing I will say is the only way for this relationship to work and look different is for you guys to both to get sober.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, my thought is, will you guys even like each other?
Huh?
Will you guys even like each other when you get sober? That's my
No.
thought.
100%, because we've went through things, we've gotten sober, we've went through stints of 6-7 months, gotten sober, and everything was literally the best it's ever been. Like, we feel it, we know everything's going good, we're like, damn, we actually fucking like being sober, you know. And
It's smoky in here. All right, I'm gonna take her down for a second because I think her kid came up or something happened. Yeah, I think she said like I heard it smoke in here or something.